with family, with bringing people together.
Setting a new example for a new era of lady lowriders.
We're very proud to be Mexican American.
Because I'm proud of who I am and what we represent. I'm proud of our culture.
And our thanks to Jose for that report. You gotta love it. The Latina low-riding ladies right there, all behind the wheel. And they get to show their pride of being Latina and also the pride of the vehicles and the work that they put into that.
And paying it forward, like they said. They got help as they were young, and now they're giving that back to the community. I'm all revved up after that story.
Thanks for kicking off your week with Early Today. I'm Frances Rivera.
And I'm Jessica Layton. Have a great Monday. We'll see you on Tuesday.
Bowling Green, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. As soon as you call us, our truck response team can jump into action, gathering evidence, talking to witnesses, getting police reports, and reconstructing the accident in order to build a powerful legal case for you. We're your on-the-scene big truck team. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman. Truck wreck? Get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story.
Don't let nobody hold you down.
Teachers make all the difference in the world. And black people think y'all look alike. You can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Ladies, let's go.
It don't matter.
WNKY NBC 40. WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Good morning, South Central Kentucky. I'm weather anchor Noah Moore, filling in for Darius Mack. Now, last night was really nice and comfortable with mild temperatures, mainly into the mid to lower 60s, making it feel almost like fall. But as we go throughout the next couple of days, we are expected to have temperatures still into the mid to upper 80s once again for this work week with lots of sunshine. So it's going to be very summer-like. But I'll have all that and more here in my 7-day forecast because News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise, October is upon us, and if you're thinking of taking a break from alcohol, you may want to look into a new trend called Sober October. We'll see why this trend is gaining popularity. Plus, the government shutdown has been avoided, but that doesn't mean conversations on Capitol Hill are over. We'll look into the latest on where those talks stand today. Then, we all know that water and electricity don't mix, but a growing green technology floats solar panels on the surface of lakes and seas. We'll look into where this new tech is already making a difference. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. Today is Monday, October 2nd. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's start off with our top stories. A group of federal appeals judges has ruled that Tennessee and Kentucky can keep banning gender-affirming care for minors while legal challenges against those state laws continue. A 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals panel issued the 2-1 decision Thursday evening. The majority wrote that elected lawmakers made precise cost-benefit decisions in instituting the bans and did not trigger any reason for judges to second-guess them. The laws had already kicked in under previous rulings by the appeals judges, despite lower court decisions that temporarily blocked significant parts of the bans. And one Edmonson County war hero has finally been laid to rest at home after 80 years. Sunday, hundreds gathered at Hillgrove Missionary Baptist Church in Edmonson County to pay their respects to Private First Class Thomas Franklin Brooks. Brooks died at a Cabatuan Japanese prisoner of war camp in the Philippines in December of 1942. In 2014, Brooks' last living relative submitted a DNA sample, and in June of 2023, a positive identification was made, and Brooks' remains were sent back to Kentucky to be buried. Brooks was posthumously awarded the Bronze Star, the Purple Heart, and 6 other medals, which were given to his surviving grandnephews. Private First Class Brooks is buried next to his mother and fathers, Charles and Francis Brooks. Switching gears now, so many of you showed up Saturday to celebrate the many cultures that call Bowling Green home with the International Festival. Burmese, Mexican, Bosnian, and so many other cultures were celebrated with delicious food, dancing, and games. The festival also honored the Refuge Soccer Club, who beat Tauranga Academy in a previous soccer match to take home the trophy. Here's what head coach Eric Ferguson had to say about why soccer brings these kids together.
The reason we do soccer is because these kids, they grew up with soccer. They were pretty much kicking the soccer ball in their brother's womb. This is one thing that all these nationalities know is soccer. That is the one language that we all know.
You can head to bginternationalfest.com for a check of what you could see next year. We look to the Center for Courageous Kids now, who are still celebrating a massive milestone. On Saturday, they celebrated their 40,000th camper. Camper Anna Miller from Chattanooga was honored as the site's 40,000th camper. The Center for Courageous Kids are proud of what they've accomplished since its founding in 2008, but they look forward to celebrating the next 40,000 children at their camps.
For us, 40,000 is really a milestone marker for us. You know, we've been open since 2008. We serve children and families living with disabilities completely at no cost to the family. And so to be able to say that we've served 40,000 campers, it just proves to us that we're keeping our founder, Miss Betty's dream alive. And we can't wait to continue serving campers into the future. We hope we hit 80.
If you are interested in CCK or would like to volunteer, you can visit their website at courageouskids.com for more information. Now let's check in with weather anchor Noah Moore for a look at what's outside our front door. Noah, it is a little warm for October.
Yeah, it's actually really warm for October. It's going to be like that for the next couple of days. But here's outside here in Butler County at a live tower camera. You can start to see the beautiful sunrise here for this morning. And that's going to be the main trend for today. We are going to have cooler nights and warmer days overall. But our current temperatures, we're mainly into the upper 50s at 59 degrees. Still fairly warm for October. However, winds are light and calm, and our humidity is at 90%, and our dew point is at 56 degrees. But in and around the area, most of us are still feeling that fall-like weather for now. Here in Scottsville, 60 degrees. Franklin, 58. Further up to the west here in Greenville, 57. Further up to the north here in Litchfield, 53. And then way out here to the east here in Edmonton, that's where they are seeing temperatures at a nice, comfortable 60 degrees. Now, your dew point temperatures, our dew points were mainly almost feeling the same, just a little bit into the 50s and 60s, so not too much. But we are overall feeling nice, very comfortable as we start off the morning. But we'll be right back with more news and weather.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've been injured in a car wreck, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
The wait is over. FanDuel Sportsbook's officially live.
America's #1 sportsbook is here.
FanDuel makes it so easy to get started.
You can bet on all your favorite teams,
all your favorite sports, even all your favorite golfers.
Plus, you can play any way you want.
Everything from live bets to same game parlay. And you can get paid instantly. That's like the whole point of winning.
New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not.
I got you. Choice Hotels has a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos.
Spacious.
That's what they all say. Stay twice and get a free night when you book direct at choicehotels.com.
As I was saying earlier in the meeting,
Hey Sharon, do you know Triscuit is crunchy on the outside, yet incredibly wholesome on the inside, just like me.
You forgot salty.
I'm not salty. Triscuit, unapologetically wholesome.
Injured in an accident? Let Flora Tappan and Stewart fight the system for you. Get the results you deserve. What does it mean when Flora Tappan Stewart says fight the system? It means personal representation with top attorneys. We fight for you against big insurance and pay only if you win. So if you're injured, let Flora Tappan Stewart accident injury lawyers fight the system for you.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise. It's 8 minutes past the hour, and now time for Living Well, brought to you by Spring Hill Pharmacy. It's hard to believe it's already October, and if you've been thinking about giving up alcohol or abstaining for a bit, you might want to try a new trend called Sober October. Experts say giving up alcohol, even for a short time, can help your health. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has more on how to have a successful Sober October.
In many settings, it's become a social norm, but alcohol misuse isn't good for your health. Giving up drinking for even a short time could help you feel better.
A better sleep, reduce stress and anxiety levels, and it also can reduce the risk of certain chronic illnesses.
If you're planning a Sober October, don't do it alone. Surround yourself with supportive family and friends, says registered dietitian Maria Meza Martinez with Orlando Health.
Just to make sure that you have not only accountability, but also support system.
It might be a big change for some if you're giving up alcohol. Martinez says not to overdo it. Try a new diet trend at the same time, or the latest exercise challenge.
We just do it one thing at a time, so don't overwhelm yourself.
If you're a social drinker missing out on a cocktail, try a mocktail instead.
We have everything that a regular cocktail would have except the alcohol.
You can also set yourself up for success by focusing on what you're adding to your life rather than what's been taken away.
If they see that their health is improving, then they can continue this journey past Sober October.
For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
The Food and Drug Administration on Friday announced a proposal to step up its oversight of growing category of medical tests. Currently, the FDA approves and clears a variety of lab tests for blood, saliva, or tissue if they're used in hospitals or labs. But for decades, the agency has given standalone labs wide leeway to develop and use their own tests in-house called laboratory-developed tests. That's as long as the lab is certified to meet certain requirements. Today, millions of people may use these tests without knowing they generally don't have to meet the same standards as other types of lab tests. Coming up on News 40 Sunrise, the government has averted a temporary shutdown. We'll look into why some politicians are still upset.
Plus, I'll have the latest on the warming temperatures throughout the week. But before that, I'll let you know to see how many dry days we're going to have here after the break.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
My name is Rita Fowler. I was in the car actually relaxing. I was talking to my sister who is a nurse, and all of a sudden, boom, the car hit us. I wound up actually having a stroke. And that's when I decided to call Morgan & Morgan. The whole operation, everything they did from day one was very simple to me. It was self-explanatory. It was text messages. It was emails. It was a no-brainer. When you think that hiring a lawyer is hard, you haven't called Morgan & Morgan.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Have you ever been afraid of the dark? Why is that? It's unknown, and we feel unsure. Join us every Sunday on WNKY at 10:30 for Light of the World. The Bible is a lamp that will light our pathway.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/Soki Survivor.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
The $250,000 mega draw is here at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green. Win by matching just one number and match all 6 for $250,000 cash. Drawing Saturdays in October every hour from 5 to 8 p.m. Only at the Mint Gaming Hall Bowling Green.
Shutdown avoided. Congress came together at the 11th hour and agreed to keep the government open for another 45 days, giving them more time to work on a spending deal. But to get the deal, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy worked with Democrats, and that may cost him the Speaker's gavel. Drew Petrimo has the details on Capitol Hill.
The motion to reconsider is laid on the table.
As the hours ticked down and a government shutdown seemed inevitable, a surprising twist shocked Washington: bipartisanship.
The bill is passed.
More than 1,300,000 of our troops will continue to get paid and their families will be cared for. Tens of thousands of air traffic controllers and transportation security officers are going to stay on the job, get paid, preventing unnecessary delays at airports all across America.
To secure the deal, Republican House Speaker Kevin McCarthy used a coalition of his party and Democrats to pass a short-term funding plan. It keeps the government running through November 17th, giving time for Congress to hash out full-year spending deals.
I'm very proud of him for doing it. It averted a shutdown. Everybody was predicting a certain shutdown, and we avoided it. And we avoided it because he had the courage to put a bipartisan bill on the floor that actually got more Democrat than Republican votes.
The deal secures additional funding for disaster relief. It strips away deep spending cuts and money for border security sought by hardline Republicans. It does not include additional funding for Ukraine. Democrats want it included.
I do intend to file a motion to vacate against Speaker McCarthy this week.
Infuriated by the spending deal, Republican hardliners promising a push to remove McCarthy from his post.
So be it. Bring it on. Let's get over with it and let's start governing.
It sets up a GOP power struggle reminiscent of the 15-round saga that led to McCarthy first winning the Speaker's gavel earlier this year.
All right, time now 6:14 in the morning. Good morning, everybody, if you're just now joining us. Now, as we go throughout the next couple of days, temperatures got to feel nice and very warm. But for now, temperatures are feeling a little fall-like at this current time. 59 degrees, light and calm winds, humidity at 90%, and our dew point is at 56 degrees. Temperatures in and around the area. Most of us are seeing temps mainly into the 60s and 50s. Here in Scottsville, 59 degrees. Glasgow, 58. Further up to the north here in Munfordville and E-Town are seeing temps into the mid to upper 50s at 58 degrees. And then further out to the west here in Hopkinsville, it seems to be the warmest place so far at 60 degrees. Now, our dew points look a little similar, just like our temperatures. Still fairly cool and very nice and very manageable. Scottsville 59, here in Morgantown 53, and Hartford is at a comfortable 57 degrees with our dew point temperatures. So overall, most of us are feeling really nice and very comfortable as we walk out the door and start our commute for the rest of the day today. Now, looking outside, most of us here in Butler County seeing a very beautiful sunrise with temperatures into the 50s at 53 degrees. Over here at the Warren County, Kentucky farm, most of us are still seeing temps into the upper 50s at 57 degrees. Now, as we go throughout the rest of the forecast and take a look outside for parts of your live radar, mostly clear conditions and dry conditions as we start off the day and as we start off the week. But as we get into the bigger picture, most of us are going to get a lot warmer here throughout parts of the Ohio Valley and parts of the Midwest. So keep that in mind. So if you are going to be outside for long periods of time today, make sure you hydrate with some water and make sure you have some sunscreen on standby. Now, here's for the next 40 hours, that high pressure system is going to completely dominate our atmosphere as we start off the work week. Just got to be pumping in a lot more cooler air as we go throughout the rest of the night. But during the days, temperatures are going to continue to increase as we're going to be on to the right or to the left side of the high pressure system, as we're going to see the wind flow go from south to north. Now, for the next couple of days, 6 to 10 days out, we will be cooler, and as with the Climate Prediction Center that is depicting here in the darker shades of blue. Now, throughout the next 4 days, we're going to be a little bit warmer, just a little bit. And then as we get to Thursday and the Friday, things are going to continue to decrease into the 70s and then eventually into the 60s. However, today, temperatures are mainly going to be into the 80s, 85 degrees with partly cloudy skies, very warm temperatures and winds mainly light and calm. Tonight, temperatures are going to dip down into the 50s, 57 degrees with mostly clear skies and areas of patchy fog throughout most of the rural valleys and some of the deep valleys as well. Now, going into your 7-day forecast sponsored by Deborah Bros and Attorneys at Law, as we start off the work week, we are going to remain into the 80s, so keep that in mind. But as we get into Wednesday, that's when things should be cooling down slightly into the mid-80s at 85 degrees with lows dipping down into the 60s. Thursday, that's when we're going to start introducing another rain chance in around 20% with with a lot more clouds in the area at 81 degrees. Friday, for Food Truck Friday, make sure you bring that umbrella just in case. And if you get caught under some of those isolated showers, maybe a few rumbles of thunder with a good 30% chance of showers and storms. And with temperatures mainly into the 70s, so it's definitely going to feel like fall. But as we get into the weekend, temperatures are going to remain into the 60s, and that's going to be very nice and very comfortable. So if you're going to be out and about, make sure you're wearing that light jacket. We'll be right back.
Andy Bashir wants to talk education. His record, Andy closed down our schools. Regular kids still haven't recovered. Fewer than half can read or do math at grade level. I'm Daniel Cameron. As the husband of a teacher, I know we can do better. The Cameron Catch-Up Plan is about supporting our teachers and getting kids caught up. I won't just campaign on education, I'll get it fixed because our teachers and students deserve it.
The nursing home was supposed to keep your loved ones safe, no exceptions. Even in extreme circumstances, the basic standards must be met, no excuses. Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. The safety of your loved one is all that matters.
Mom. Also, we added you to our new Spectrum Mobile plan, okay? I'm good.
He's not going to be calling.
At Spectrum Mobile, you get more with your mobile.
What's my shoe size again?
You're an 11 and a half.
He wants to come home for Thanksgiving.
No, you're not allergic to shellfish. Okay, I wasn't sure. Honey, we're at dinner. If you think of anything, just text me.
Get more than just mobile. Get the value of Spectrum Mobile with Spectrum One.
The competition is on.
This is nerve-wracking.
Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy?
Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
For the fourth time in the game's history, the Powerball prize is topped $1 billion after no winning ticket was sold for Saturday's drawing. Tonight, players can get another shot at the estimated $1.04 billion top prize. The cash option is about $478 million. Apple says it's working on a system update after owners have complained the new iPhone 15 is at times too hot to handle. The company's blaming software bugs for the overheating issues. So far, no time frame has been given for the fixes, though Apple says the phone is safe to use. And Girl Scout cookies are about to take a larger bite out of your wallet. The price per box is increasing to $6, up from $5 last year in select parts of the U.S. Some of the newer flavors already had a $6 price tag, though now that same pricing is extending to other varieties. The organization says the move is due to inflation's impact on the cost of ingredients and other aspects of cookie making. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Matt Piper.
New signs that inflation is cooling. Friday, the Commerce Department released the Personal Consumption Expenditures Index. It's a key way to measure inflation, excluding gas and food prices. The department said inflation rose 3.9% for the year ending in August. That's the lowest annual increase that index has seen in 2 years and is a positive step toward the Federal Reserve's target of 2% inflation. However, the rising cost of energy may continue to put upward pressure on overall inflation. Earlier this month, oil prices surged further after Saudi Arabia and Russia announced plans to extend production cuts. And we all know that water and electricity don't mix, but a growing green technology floats solar panels on the surface of lakes and seas. A recent study shows it could become a significant source of energy for the planet. Bradley Blackburn shows us where it's already making a difference.
In Sayreville, New Jersey, a green future is hiding in plain sight. When it was installed in 2019, this photovoltaic solar array was the largest in the country, but many residents still have no clue it's here.
It's a quiet,
unobtrusive way for us to generate that power.
The town didn't want to cut down trees for a solar field.
Ultimately, this will be drinking water.
But this municipal reservoir was wide open.
They're not making any more land. So let's apply it where we have the open space.
The possibility arises of putting vast amounts of solar floating on calm tropical seas.
Andrew Blakers studies floating solar. He says it saves land for crops or other purposes, and there are plenty of viable bodies of water to theoretically power the entire planet. The global capacity of floating solar panel systems is projected to jump 7-fold by 2030. It's already used in places like Thailand. Even the U.S. Army is installing it on bases.
Solar really is the solution to climate change and will be far larger than everything else put together because its resource base is vastly larger than everything else put together.
And another benefit, in hot, dry climates, the coverage from these solar panels can reduce water evaporation from reservoirs.
In Sayreville, officials say they've found their floating system safe for the water and good for the environment. It also saves money by powering the water treatment plant, and they can sell extra energy to the grid.
This gives us a lot of other benefits, but the one I'm most concerned with is keeping the burden off the taxpayer.
An energy option floating to the top as the world searches for greener power.
All right, time now is 6:24 in the morning. Now, as we're looking out the door for today here in Butler County, 54 degrees with a very beautiful sunrise. And as we go into the Warren County, Kentucky farm, that's where we are still going to have temps into the 50s at 57 degrees still. Now, as we go throughout the rest of the day, temperatures are soon going to begin to increase once again. But taking a look at radar, most of us are pretty nice and dry. In fact, all of us here in Kentucky are nice and dry, and we're going to be like that for the next couple of days. Now, here's the bigger picture. Now, as we go and look out to the west, that's where they are having a few more isolated showers and thunderstorms, but those are going to continue to stay off to the west, and we're just going to be dealing with a lot more calmer conditions and clearer skies and warmer temperatures as we go throughout the next couple of days before the big cool down here for us here in south central Kentucky. But here you can definitely see temperatures mainly into the 70s further down to the south in Tennessee. But as we go throughout the next 40 hours, most of us are still going to continue to be nice and dry with temps mainly into the 80s. But then here's about 8 o'clock, most of us should be nice and dry still throughout most of the day, and then into tonight as well, and then early tomorrow morning, and then early tomorrow night. And that's when we are still going to continue to have temps mainly into the 60s and 70s. But we'll be right back here after this short break.
Do you have settled or uneven concrete? USS is here to help. Changing weather conditions and poor drainage causes the soil under your concrete to shift and erode, and your concrete to settle. USS uses Polylift to raise sunken concrete in sidewalks, pool decks, porches, and more. Polylift is less expensive than full replacement, and you can walk on your concrete within minutes of repair. Visit uss-ky.com for a free estimate.
We'll guarantee our best. Call USS.
Andy Bashir wants to talk education. His record, Andy closed down our schools. Regular kids still haven't recovered. Fewer than half can read or do math at grade level. I'm Daniel Cameron. As the husband of a teacher, I know we can do better. The Cameron Catch-Up Plan is about supporting our teachers and getting kids caught up. I won't just campaign on education, I'll get it fixed because our teachers and students deserve it.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah. Just rockin' and rollin', baby.
Cut back tomorrow.
We got you all fixed up. Got it all fixed up for you, man. Let there be light, ma'am.
Looks like she finally called JB.
Good morning and welcome back, everybody. Weather anchor No More here, filling in for Darius Mack. Now, as we go throughout the next couple of days, as we see temperatures increase, we're going to remain nice and dry throughout most of the work week, except as we get towards the middle of the work week, that's when temperatures are mainly going to start beginning to have a nice little change to it. And then that's when we are going to start introducing a lot more showers and thunderstorm activity. But I'll have all that and more because News 40 Sunrise continues right now.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise, and thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's continue with our top stories. A group of federal appeals judges has ruled that Tennessee and Kentucky can keep banning gender-affirming care for minors while legal challenges against those state laws continue. A 6th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals panel issued the 2-1 decision Thursday evening. The majority wrote that elected lawmakers made precise cost-benefit decisions in instituting the bans and did not trigger any reason for judges to second-guess them. The laws had already kicked in under previous rulings by the appeals judges, despite lower court decisions that temporarily blocked significant parts of the bans. And one Edmonson County war hero has finally been laid to rest at home after 80 years. Sunday, hundreds gathered at Hillgrove Missionary Baptist Church in Edmonson County to pay their respects to Private First Class Thomas Franklin Brooks. Brooks died at Cabachuan Japanese prisoner of war camp in the Philippines in December of 1942. In 2014, Brooks' last living relatives submitted a DNA sample, and in June of 2023, a positive identification was made, and Brooks' remains were sent back to Kentucky to be buried. Brooks was posthumously awarded the Bronze Star and the Purple Heart, 6 other medals which were given to his surviving grandnephews. Private First Class Brooks is buried next to his mother and father, Charles and Francis Brooks. Switching gears now, so many of you showed up Saturday to celebrate the many cultures that call Bowling Green home with the International Festival. Burmese, Mexican, Bosnian, and so many other cultures were celebrated with delicious food, dancing, and games. The festival also honored the Refuge Soccer Club, who beat Taringa Academy in a previous soccer match to take home the trophy. Here's what head coach Eric Ferguson had to say about why soccer brings these kids together.
The reason we do soccer is because these kids, they grew up with soccer. They were pretty much kicking the soccer ball in their brother's womb. This is one thing that all these nationalities know is soccer. That is the one language that we all know.
You can head to bginternationalfest.com for a check of what you could see next year. We look to the Center for Courageous Kids now, who are still celebrating a massive milestone. On Saturday, they celebrated their 40,000th camper. Camper Anna Miller from Chattanooga was honored as the site's 40,000th camper. The Center for Courageous Kids are proud of what they've accomplished since its founding in 2008, but they look forward to celebrating the next 40,000 children at their camps.
For us, 40,000 is really a milestone marker for us. You know, we've been open since 2008. We serve children and families living with disabilities completely at no cost to the family. And so to be able to say that we've served 40,000 campers, it just proves to us that we're keeping our founder, Miss Betty's dream alive. And we can't wait to continue serving campers into the future. We hope we hit 80.
If you are interested in CCK or would like to volunteer, you can visit their website at courageouskids.com for more information. That was a final look at this morning's top stories. Now it's time to see who needs a forever home in today's Pet of the Day.
It's now time for your Pet of the Day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. I'm here with Blue, and this is one of the longest cat residents here at the Humane Society. He is the absolute sweetest. He had an infection in his eye, and it is all cleared up now, so he is ready to be adopted. So if you're interested, come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and adopt Blue today.
This cat is the cutest thing ever, and
Yes,
I can't
it
imagine
is.
a better cat to adopt in October than Blue.
I know. What a very beautiful kitty. Oh my gosh. He's so cute.
Loves to play, loves the snuggle, so Blue needs a forever home. You can adopt Blue today from the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society.
And you know, with these cooler temperatures, you're definitely going to want a nice warm cat with you. But as we go throughout the next couple of days, we are going to continue to stay warm, Ashley. Believe it or not, it's October, and we're talking about temperatures in the 80s. But I'll have all that and more here after the break.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. And like people think y'all look alike. You can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Bed sores, broken bones, malnutrition, and dehydration are just some of the warning signs of a nursing home that's not doing what they're supposed to do. If you suspect your loved one is the victim of nursing home neglect, call 800-800-4600.
Every Tuesday evening, now through October, from 5 to dusk, come join us and go cruising for a cure. Rev up for fun, fellowship, and cool cars. Cruise on in behind Brewster's Real Ice Cream on Scottsville Road in the Southern Lanes parking lot. We're raising money for the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, the Alzheimer's Association, and Hospice of Southern Kentucky. Join us now for Cruisin' for a Cure. Presented by J.C. Kirby & Son Funeral Chapels.
Grab some lunch and make an impact. Join WNKY News 40 for Food Truck Fridays every week at Tidball's parking lot. This week features P. Rose. To benefit CASA of South Central Kentucky, see the full lineup at WNKY.com.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way.
It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
WNKY News 40 is always on at WNKY.com.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Get Hughes and Coleman and get it done.
All right, welcome back. Time now, 6:34 in the morning. Here's another live look outside. Oh, I don't know what that was. But here's a live look outside at our radar systems. We are mainly seeing mostly dry conditions throughout most of South Central Kentucky and throughout most of the Ohio Valley as we start off this work week. Now, the bigger picture, we are mainly watching out for a high pressure system mainly off to the north here in parts of Ohio and Pennsylvania. That's still dominating our atmosphere throughout parts of Kentucky as well. And that's why we are going to be continuing to seeing a lot more bluer skies and a lot more warmer temperatures as we start off the work week. But going over for the next 40 hours, that high pressure system is still going to be lingering around well up to our north, giving us these really nice warm temperatures here throughout most of South Central Kentucky and going even into the nighttime as well. But as we start off the day, temperatures are going to be very nice and very warm still, and then quickly warm up into the 80s, into the upper 80s as well. So it's still definitely going to feel like summertime. But as we go throughout the next couple of days, 6 to 10 days to be exact, the Climate Prediction Center is depicting that we are going to be feeling a lot more cooler, below average temperatures as we go throughout parts of next weekend. So definitely prepare for that big weather change as we go right into the weekend. Now we got to toss it over to Ashley.
Thank you, Noah. It's time now for your Monday edition of Sunrise Spotlight. And joining me this morning are Sam Kirby and Megan Segrist here to talk all about how you can combat the marketing scaries. Guys, good morning.
Good morning.
I am so looking forward to this event, something that the American Marketing Association of Bowling Green has put on inaugural. Tell us all about this.
We are so excited. The Bowling Green chapter of AMA has needed to have a professional development conference for years and years and years, and not just for our members, but for anyone in the community to come out and learn about what the current trends are, what the current challenges are. That's why we went with the word scaries. A little bit of that and a little bit of the monster and bid monster. And so we are so excited to just bring that to the community and want all of you to join us and to come be a part of it.
And of course, it's not just for marketers, right? It's really for anybody, because lots of speakers coming in, lots of things to hear about, things to know. As you said, learning the trends, because Sam, as you know, with Bid Monster, the trends are always changing.
The trends are consistently changing, and so part of the mandate and the goal of AMA, even as a basis, is to be able to get together, to learn from each other, and to sharpen each other. So this day on Friday the 13th, which is why it's the scaries, is going to be a day where we can kind of bring all that together. There's speakers coming in from around the country for this, and so it's going to be a really good opportunity to learn about different kind of buzzword topics topics that are scary, things like AI, things like incorporating diversity and inclusion into your marketing efforts, things that are sometimes a little bit challenging for people to jump into and to understand. So to be able to hear that from other professionals and to talk and to network is going to be a great day.
I'm so looking forward to this day because I will be there, and our very own Julie Milam will be in attendance giving, you know, a little bit of knowledge on her front as well. So how can people sign up? How can they get involved for the Scaries?
Our website is amabg.org, and if you go under the events tab, there is combating the marketing scaries, and you'll want to get registered there. Our all-inclusive registration has closed, but our registration for just the conference that day is still open, and we made it a very affordable rate thanks to our sponsors like VidMonster, because we want anybody and everybody to be able to come and join us that day and learn. So get registered now. Registration closes on October 11th.
And it won't be that scary. It'll be a lot more fun than scary, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, I'm so excited. You guys, thank you so much for being here and sharing. We hope to see you all at the Scaries because I know I'll be there. Thank you guys again.
Thank you.
That was another look at this morning's Sunrise Spotlight. When we return, Noah Moore will have another look at your forecast. Stay with us.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Everything about a big truck crash is serious. At Hughes & Coleman, we give these cases the urgent attention they demand. So if you've been injured, call the real truck lawyers at Hughes & Coleman.
Time to turn talk into action. Step 1, fire up your BetMGM Sportsbook. Step 2, make your pick. And Step 3, showtime. Now that hunch has some weight to it. Every play, every game means something more. Because now, you're betting with the king of sportsbooks.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
And done.
Can we just call my dad now? Gorilla Glue.
Of course.
Gorilla Glue is incredibly strong and versatile, even outdoors. For the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Teens have drama.
One more minute.
Braces add more drama.
Oh, how does anyone do this?
Invisalign is better oral hygiene and no drama.
Have big dreams for your space? When looking for home decor ideas, you want BG Home Furnishings.
BG Home Furnishings designers are here to bring your dream home to life with one-on-one design help. Personalized advice from the best has never been this easy, accessible, and valuable. The BG at Home team handpicks from over 100 brands to create a selection of furniture and home decor that is tailored to your style.
Call us today to set up your free in-home design consultation.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. And like people think y'all look alike, you can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. If you're just now joining us, Weather Anchor Noah Moore here. Now, as we go throughout the next couple of days and hours tonight, we are going to be experiencing temperatures a little bit warmer as we start off the work week. But right now, here's a live look at Butler County at some of our tower cameras out there. Most of us are seeing mostly dry conditions and a very beautiful sunrise to start off the work week. Now, temperatures currently are mainly into the mid to upper 50s. 59 degrees is the current temperature here in Bowling Green. Humidity is at 90%, and our dew point is at 56 degrees. Winds are mainly light and calm, so if you're going to be starting off the day today, it's going to be a really nice commute. Now, temperatures in and around the area, we are mainly seeing temps into the mid to upper 50s. Here in Glasgow, 57, Munfordville, 57, here in Hardinsburg, 55, and further out to the west here in Madisonville, that's where we are seeing temperatures into the mid to upper 50s at 58 degrees. Dew point temperatures are looking a little similar with dew points into the mid 50s. Here in Morgantown, 54, Hartford 57, and further down to the south here in Russellville at 56 degrees with our dew point temperature. So overall, most of us are feeling very nice, very comfortable as we start off the day and going into your morning commute. Now here in and around the areas of here throughout parts of Butler County here, once again, look at all this fog here. Most of us are continuing to still see fog with temperatures into the 50s at 54 degrees. And here further out here in the Warren County, Kentucky farm, see off here in the distance right behind this thrasher right here, you can definitely see a lot more foggy conditions as we start off the day. But as the day goes on and the sun continues to stay out, we are going to continue to have less fog as we go throughout the day. Live radar right now, most of us nice and dry with very dry and warm conditions as we start off the day. Now as we go throughout most of the morning, we're going to remain nice and dry with mostly sunny skies, and it's all due to the fact of this high pressure system still dominating our atmosphere, excuse me. We're going to have warmer temperatures as we start off the day today and then into the evening, so it's going to be very summer-like. But if you are going to be out and about throughout most of the day today, make sure you have plenty of ways to stay hydrated and make sure you have that sunscreen too, because it's definitely going to be very sunny. Now, cooling things down as we go throughout the next 6 to 10 days, we will be cooling things down, and it's going to be a nice big change to our forecast. But throughout the next 4 days, we are going to continue to be trending warmer, and then as we get to Thursday, that's when things should be cooling down slightly into the low 80s, and then by Friday, once again, into the 70s at 74 degrees. However, today, temperatures are going to be nice and warm with temps into the 80s, 85 degrees with partly cloudy skies, very warm temperatures. Winds are going to remain light and calm. Now tonight, temperatures are going to finally dip down into the mid upper 50s, 57 degrees with mostly clear skies and patchy areas of fog as we start off the evening. Now going into your 7-day forecast, sponsored by Deborah Bros and Attorneys at Law, we're going to remain nice and warm throughout the first part of the week into the upper 80s at 87 degrees with lows dipping down mainly into the 50s at 59. Then Wednesday, 85 with some increasing clouds throughout the day with low temperatures dipping down into the 60s at 62 degrees. And then for Thursday, 81. And then that's when we're going to be introducing another rain chance in and around 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms with lows dipping down into the mid 60s at 63. And then Friday, once again, for Food Truck Friday, we could see a few isolated chances of showers and thunderstorms in and around 40%. But as we go right into Saturday and Sunday, that's when we're going to have really fall-like temperatures into the mid 60s. But happy birthday to anybody out there, because we're going to be going right into Soki's birthday club.
My dad and I started Blankenship & Sons Pest Control in 1975. We came to the family farm here and decided we'd open our own business here.
I was the only one working in it for a while, but it expanded real fast.
In 2000, we purchased Guarantee Pest Control, and we operate both companies exactly the same. Same training, same everything. What we like to do is use traditional values and mix them with new technologies to come to the best possible outcome.
We live the bug life. You can bug us anytime.
Brewster's Real Ice Cream. Fresh flavors. Fresh desserts. Fresh fun. Brewster's. Fresh from farm to cone.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
Everyone loves more of a good thing.
And more.
And Miss Moore was no different. As her name suggested, she loved more.
More?
So when Miss Moore was injured, she called Morgan & Morgan. With more lawyers, more offices, and more than $15 billion recovered, she didn't have to ask for more anymore. When you're injured, you deserve more.
One more?
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
In September, Rand Paul came through Warren County to show his support for local small businesses. Now we're learning across the Commonwealth that small businesses are the #1 targets for cyber attacks. One small business owner says he's dealt with these types of attacks and he wants to help other small businesses not fall victim. Take a look.
Chip One Motors has been buying and selling vehicles in our area for decades.
Our community has been so good to us, so we're happy to always give back.
Wim says as cybersecurity attacks become more frequent, the security of his business and customers is at the top of his mind.
It is something that we have to think about on a daily basis.
He says selling cars over the internet can make his company vulnerable.
Trying to sell cars over the internet to all different places literally in the world, we have to be extremely careful that these customers are legitimate and that, of course, their funds are legitimate.
He says their systems have never been compromised because they have a strict protocol and IT person close by. Advice Captain William Hodges with the Paducah Police Cybersecurity Unit says is necessary.
Those have risen since 2020, 4 to 5 a year.
He says there are several things businesses can do to stop this. Don't respond to emails that look fishy. Call the organization first to verify the email. Keep your software and hardware up to date. Let your local law enforcement agencies know about your cybersecurity so they can verify it's good enough. And train your employees to be aware of cybersecurity. And WIM has this advice for small businesses.
The more you invest in it, in your time, and financially invest in it, the better off you're going to be to deal with it when eventually it comes your way.
Local schools across Kentucky are faced with a shortage of bus drivers right now. But those Warren County Public Schools say a recent hiring event may have turned that around. Recently, a bus driver hiring event brought a busload of success to WCPS. The district held a recruitment fair earlier this month where people were able to apply for the job and test drive the school buses. The event was such a hit, the district says they might do it more often.
It was fantastic. We had a bigger turnout than we ever expected, so it's something that we would do again in possibly the spring, early spring. We've gotten several applicants for both drivers and monitors. It was a great turnout.
For those interested in learning more about driving a school bus, visit warrencountyschools.org. Still to come on News 40 Sunrise, we'll see how a turtle was able to run away from home and a man survives an attack from an unlikely culprit. Plus, weather anchor Noah Moore will have a check of your forecast. News 40 Sunrise returns after this.
Car wreck? When you get Hughes & Coleman, it can make a big difference. Here's what I mean. Insurance offer, $3,000. Our result, $156,000. Insurance offer, $0. Our result, $385,000. Insurance offer, $300,000. Our result, $1 million. After an accident, if you want to get the money you deserve, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600.
My daughters and I were stopped at a red light, and we were rear-ended by a drunk driver. And I called on a Saturday, and I figured that maybe they would call on Monday. She had returned my call within 15 minutes. When she came in, she made me feel very at ease, and she spoke to me just like we'd been friends forever. It just made all the difference in the world, being treated the way I was and having that encouragement behind me.
Sometimes it takes a different approach.
Hey, that's Mrs. Johnson, right?
Great. To see the possibilities all around you.
Almost 10. You gonna have a big birthday party? Right. Are you feeling okay?
With Capella University's game-changing FlexPath format, you can earn your nursing degree without putting life on hold. Imagine your future differently with Capella University.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
By getting to know you and keeping you informed every step of the way.
and by dealing with the insurance companies and the paperwork and all of the other hassles that just add to your worries.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
We know you're going through a lot. Reaching out for help should be painless.
The competition is on. This is nerve-wracking. Do you have what it takes for Jeopardy? Weeknights at 6 on NBC 40.
A turtle on the loose, or on the run, if you will, is back home and safe and sound after being caught. How do you catch a 200-pound turtle? Well, Cole Higgins has today's Take a Look at This.
On the lam, or in this case, on the shell. Dallas Animal Services to the rescue of a 200-pound tortoise. The owner found him after a viral post. Have you seen this turtle? He was caught wandering the streets of Dallas. He's a vegan, so not sure where in Dallas he was gonna eat. Anywho, the tunneling tortoise apparently slipped under the owner's fence and dug his way to freedom. Anyone thinking Shawshank? Here, turtle, turtle, turtle.
As soon as I seen him, I knew right away, it was him.
But wait, it gets better. Apparently, this turtle used to live at the Tiger King Zoo. No mullet on this shell.
I thought I was never going to see Lorenzo again.
And now to a not-so-friendly carnivorous mammal, the otter. Most think cute and cuddly. I mean, just look at it. Well, just like people, apparently, you can't trust an otter. In Jupiter, Florida, a man was out feeding the birds when he was attacked by an angry otter.
Looked up, no hawk. Looked back down, and there was a brown head sticking up over the bank of the pond.
Well, that brown head had rabbit teeth.
At first I didn't know it was an otter, but then I realized that's an otter.
And bit him 41 times in the hands, legs, and arms. It really was a rabid otter, according to WPBF. He oughter be ashamed of himself. Luckily, this man was able to get to safety. For Take a Look at This, I'm Cole Higgins.
Ooh, ouch. That otter looks like it really hurt. But starting out today, we're really not going to have any temperatures that are going to hurt you. We're actually going to have warm, mild temperatures to start off the day. 59 degrees. Winds are mainly light and calm throughout most of the morning. Humidity is at 90% and our dew point is at 56 degrees. You can definitely start seeing the sun being reflected out here throughout most of South Central Kentucky. Once again, nice start to the morning. Temperatures in and around the region, most of us are seeing temps into the upper 50s. Here in Munfordville, 58. Here up here in E-Town, 57. Hartford, 57 as well. And then over here in Hopkinsville, 60 degrees as we walk out the door for this current time. Your dew point temperatures, most of us are seeing dew points into the 50s as well. Glasgow, 58 degrees. Campbellsville, further all out to the east, here at 55. Then Greenville, 57. And over here in Morgantown, 53 degrees is our dew point temperatures. Now, overall, most of us are feeling very nice, very comfortable as we start off our morning commute today. But that may change as we go throughout the rest of the day with these really warm temperatures. But look out here in Butler County. Look at all this patchy areas of fog, especially out here in some of these rural fields. Temperatures are mainly into the 50s at 53 degrees. Same story here in Warren County, Kentucky Farm, but just not as extensive as out there in Butler County. You can definitely start seeing a lot of these patchy areas of fog completely start to develop as we go right into the early morning hours. But I'll have all that and more here right after the break.
The nursing home made you an important promise. They promised to be a good home for your loved one and to provide professional care in a safe environment. Now the nursing home has broken that promise and you're left searching for answers. Call us at Hughes & Coleman for a free consultation. If your loved one suffered a serious injury or untimely death while in a nursing home, get Hughes & Coleman and get it done. Call 800-800-4600. Standing up for your loved ones is what matters now.
Ione thinks he's the king, but they better watch out.
I would never! I apologize for their antics.
You're going to get used to apologizing for us.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Jesse L. Martin is back.
Why crash a plane and let a passenger survive? Why kidnap someone who couldn't afford the ransom?
I hear people are irrational.
The Irrational, tonight on NBC and streaming on Peacock.
Jeez. Hey, Trent. What's going on? You've been here for 7 hours.
I'm having problems with this son of a gun. This ain't right. I'm coming back tomorrow.
I should have called JB. Trent, gee.
Should have called JB Electric. At JB Electric, when it comes to electricity, we don't mess around. Make the right call. Call JB Electric.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/Soki Survivor.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story. And like people think y'all look alike.
You can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40. Glasgow, thank you for watching WNKY NBC 40.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Tommy, you know an event coming up.
Yes,
to help support.
I do. Yeah, it's fantastic. The first ever women's ride for breast cancer on October 14th. Sign-ups, if you want to get your pink T-shirt for this ride, sign up by October 4th, which is this Wednesday. And what's fantastic is all the business donations are going to the Wig Relief Foundation, which is a Bowling Green based company, or I should say a nonprofit, and also My Pink Navigator. And the Wig Foundation, or the Wig Relief Foundation, they help chemotherapy and cancer patients find wigs for themselves. And then the My Pink Navigator, they take people to and from their appointments. This is just an absolutely fantastic opportunity.
What a wonderful program.
And of course, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know I'm wearing my pink right now.
You are.
So I am. I am decked out for it. So it's a fantastic way to help out anybody in your community, because I know someone with breast cancer. Everybody has some sort of connection to this.
Absolutely. I think someone knows someone, is related to someone, is that one that's gone through it. So obviously spreading that awareness continually.
It is incredibly important to do so.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Tommy, how was your birthday weekend?
It was fantastic. Believe it or not, I was actually working this weekend. I was on call, but I had a fantastic time. I went to so many fantastic events.
That's the best thing about this community. I love it.
It really was. I got to say, the most powerful one, though, over the weekend was I went to Private First Class Brooks's funeral in Edmonton County.
Wow.
And it was absolutely incredible. I mean, hundreds of people showed up. It really was.
So neat.
The funeral director, I was able to talk with her for a little while, and she says, we've done this before, and this is by far the biggest one we've ever had.
Isn't that so amazing? Like 80 years overseas, finally brought back home, laid to rest with his mom and dad.
37 grandnephews and great-grandnephews, and over 200 extended family attended.
No kidding.
That is the impact.
Wow.
That is the impact.
Large family.
I know. And I mean, these are individuals that they heard about. Uncle Frank is what they call him. But they never knew the man. They never knew the man. Because, he unfortunately passed away overseas, and now they finally get to bring him home. And he's laid to rest right next to his mom and dad.
That's amazing. Well, it was a great weekend weather-wise. Another great week, hopefully.
Oh,
just a little warm.
Yeah, just a little warm. Once again, starting to sound like a broken record once again. Temperatures are mainly going to be into the mid to upper 80s, so summer still has the grip on us here in South Central Kentucky. But as we go throughout next weekend, temperatures are definitely going to start decreasing into the 60s. So it's got to start feeling like fall here soon. Don't you just wait.
All right, I can't wait. I'm ready for it. Thank you, Noah. And thank you all for joining us this Monday morning. We look forward to seeing you all right back here tomorrow at 6 a.m. But stick